What's up, everybody? My name's Derek.
And I'm Kurt.
And I'm Tyler.
And today, Series 6, the last series. How do you guys feel about that?
The last series, yeah.
The last series.
Last year there was like one more after this, right?
It was in May.
So they're cutting it off early.
Yeah, I don't know.
Which the way I look at it is, my only thing is hopefully they continue to do reduxes for like any new limiteds.
That is the only thing.
But the nice thing about golden tickets is they're not limited. They're just so for the first 48 hours, golden tickets are like higher odds, but then they stay in packs after that. So they're not,
really?
Yeah, I didn't know that either until Tyler told me about it.
I've read that a couple places. Like I could be wrong, but I have seen it in multiple different sources. So I'm assuming that's how.
Are
it's
they
gonna
good
be.
sources though?
For some reason, I think Xerxes was one of them, and he typically at least gets his stuff right.
I kind of like that, to be honest with you.
I mean, we'll find out the first one that comes out. If
Well,
it says limited, then you'll know that.
Then it doesn't feel as good to pull a golden
Well,
ticket.
what they're probably gonna do is make it to where like for those 48 hours, you got a shot. After that, you better open thousands of packs.
It's still hard to pull, no matter what.
Yeah,
I think even with juice odds, I think it's still hard to pull.
Yeah.
Well, wasn't there a couple years ago, 2015? Weren't golden tickets in like sets, or were those the Ultimate Legends? I'm thinking of.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like the Adrian Peterson?
I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Alright.
I have no
So
clue.
they added Delaney Walker.
Yeah, let us know. Apparently there was this glitch where if you powered him all the way up, you could use a 68 to 81 overall power up pass for his 98 overall. We tried. We were too late though.
Yeah.
And then Coach Madden collectibles. I have 10 of them because I haven't got any of them.
Yeah, I haven't.
Someone said that you could only get 3 of them, but mine says 10. So
yeah.
And then 92 plus.
Went up 3 overall. So this is
Yeah.
actually pretty cool. I mean, prices are dropping. Like 96 is going for like 200K. That's an insane training value right now.
Yeah.
There's also more gauntlets. Well, one more gauntlet. I don't know how I feel about those players.
They're legends. I don't really care about the new players that came out. I care about the old players because you can take them to the high overalls.
Right.
So I care about, because I run the kind of the Steelers theme team, and I care about that Emmanuel Sanders and Juju. So Juju got a 96 and Emmanuel got a 96.
Yeah.
All right, so we are gonna what should we open?
Click on the odds of the elite player packs.
100% 85.
85
But
plus.
you only get one of those.
Yeah, that is true.
With a game changer, you get
581s. Maybe do like 5 of these and 5 of the others.
Let's start off with the elite player packs.
Yeah.
And we'll determine where we go. Let us know what packs you guys like better. But Derek, do you want to get into the first question?
But before we get into the questions, I do want to ask you guys. So I don't know if you've seen the golden tickets. I'm sure you've seen a lot of them. How do you feel about the fact that there's like none on defense?
I thought.
I didn't realize that.
They're like all offensive.
I think there's some defense.
Is
but,
there? I haven't seen any.
I mean, it doesn't go into the one set, does it?
Still good.
Yeah, still really good.
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean,
people just like running offense and throwing the ball.
Well, I mean, you see, wasn't there like 2 or 3 running backs, like 2 tight ends? Like people are definitely setting it up to be run heavy. Give me another 92. Oh,
dude, no way.
Oh,
dude,
I got my 92.
Dude,
you did get your 92.
I got my 92.
Oh, you got. Oh no.
Oh
All right,
man.
So let's get into the first question. DJ Panther asked, should the Panthers trade Christian McCaffrey?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
Heck no. Heck no. When you have somebody like that, you don't trade them. And like McCaffrey's so young, you know, like even if he's towards the end of his career, maybe okay. So let's like compare like to AJ Green, the Bengals. Let's be honest, they're not winning anytime soon, right?
Yeah.
So trade him to a place because they like there's no bad blood between them.
Yeah.
Trade him to a place he can contend and maybe get a ring or something, you know. But that's what I think. Christian McCaffrey's still debatably one of the best running backs in the league, if not the best. So I don't think you trade somebody like that, especially how young they are.
But even with how their team is looking, with Teddy Bridgewater, I think they're looking better than what they did when we first thought that they were going to be the worst team. I still think they're going to be bad, but they're not going to be as bad as I thought they would.
Yeah,
I mean,
know.
They could still be as bad as I thought they would.
Yeah,
But
and they can always trade All right, so what are we doing? We sticking with these, or do we want to get 5 of these?
5 of those.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're back.
What do you think, Tyler?
So the way I look at it is, I don't know how their defense looks. I know their
It's
wide
not
receivers are like meh. They did get Teddy Bridgewater, which I think Teddy Bridgewater is good. Like I think that he can definitely win them some games, but I mean it's like they're in that weird spot to where they're definitely not like just full out rebuilding like how the Dolphins just did, and now they're bouncing back.
Or how the Jags will be.
Yeah, they're kind of in like a worse spot where it's like they can't really go up, but it's also kind of hard for them to go down. So, I mean, I guess what they should probably do, 93.
Wait.
He just got a 96, but he doesn't have a power-up, so it doesn't
Is
matter.
he getting a power-up pass? Like, when does he get a power? Oh,
I thought
the power-up passes came out
a
today.
lot of people got power-up passes.
How did
today.
he not get a power-up pass, dude?
You
Or
mean
not
just
a power-up
card?
pass,
You mean
just a
power-up
power-up.
card? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
how he did.
power-up
You would
card.
think that they would have gotten one for the Boston. Maybe what they'll probably do is bring more later.
Either
They
way,
have done
that's a
that
good pull.
sometimes, but
Either way,
yeah.
that's a good pull.
Honestly, though, I think they should shop around, and if they can get something insane for him, like
For who?
for McCaffrey, like if they can get something crazy for him, do it. But you got to be very like if we're not getting ridiculous, then we're not taking it.
Yeah. So here's what I think they could get some solid players for Cam Newton, even if you like don't take or get as much as Cam Newton's worth, maybe just a little less. Get a couple players to shore up a different position, like maybe either offensive line. I'm not very familiar with the Panthers' offensive line or whatever, but defense, maybe get a young linebacker you want to take a chance on with Cam Newton, like give him to the Bears or something. I don't know where they were talking about, but yeah, I think they could trade Cam Newton because they got Teddy Bridgewater. You know,
Yeah.
I think there's no way they're trading Teddy Bridgewater after they just signed him. So I think Cam Newton's going to be the one to go if he gets traded, if someone gets traded, and I think you could shore up somebody else there. And I think they've really weathered this off-season storm that that pretty well, to be honest with you. So, what do you think, Derek?
I think honestly keep them. They're not looking as bad as I first thought they would be, and
You can go
Christian
back.
McCaffrey is arguably the best running back.
I'd say
I'd
say
the
one.
league.
I'd say 100% the best all-around running back.
Oh yeah. Oh well.
All right, so we're gonna get into the next question.
What kind of packs do you want to do now?
Do the
Do you want
Game
to see?
changer
Do you want to
still.
see if these are doing it? Because I know like people say these get hot at first. Go back to game changer.
Yeah.
Or keep doing it? Okay.
So Zach Attack asked, how bad was the Hopkins trade?
Now, me and Derek already, said this, so this is basically just for you.
So, first, I don't like David Johnson right now just because of how he's been rough the last couple of years. I know one of them he got hurt, so we need to see how he does. So player wise, I think they definitely lost out there. I did see that they were having issues the team with DeAndre Hopkins. I know their coach compared him to Aaron Hernandez, which was kind of messed up. I don't really know why that comparison was made, but clearly there was something going on there. And I guess he always had his baby mamas around, and they were not happy with that either. So what I'm assuming happened is the team and him were not on the same page, and they were just it's better if we just move on. So then they tried to get something for it. With that being said, the trade itself, value-wise, I think they lost that trade value-wise.
I also heard that they didn't want to pay him.
And also they didn't want to.
But here's the thing: David Johnson has a huge contract.
I don't know.
And DeAndre Hopkins is proven.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? David Johnson, yeah, he's good.
And still
Don't get me wrong, I love David Johnson.
Oh, well, you're...
Open goal player packs. Don't get me wrong, I love David Johnson. I think he's great, but he hasn't been he hasn't finished a season without getting injured the last 3 seasons. You know, and I don't know. They did get a someone pointed out in the last video that they did get a second round pick with it, but still I don't think that's I still don't think that fills that gap.
But they also traded picks. So
yeah, I mean not second.
So, but they gave a fourth for
so they got a second.
Yeah, but I mean David Johnson a second. Do you think that's worth DeAndre Hopkins?
I don't know. I think David Johnson could be. I mean that 1 year he was the best running back in the league. Everybody was going crazy over him. The thing is, can he stay healthy?
Yeah, and then the other thing is too, whenever a big player like this, an absolute superstar player is traded, it's kind of hard. Everyone's gonna be like, oh, that was a bad trade, because just how unless it's him for Odell type stuff,
Guys, I'm not dogging on David Johnson. I love David Johnson. I think he's a great running back, especially if he stays healthy. But that's the thing. And also, I don't feel like it makes sense for the Texans because they just had a 1,000-yard rusher in Carlos Hyde, and it was really good for Carlos Hyde because this is the first time he hasn't got hurt in a season, and that was his problem. And Carlos Hyde really didn't get the carries or anything the first 2 or 3 games, so he had like 1,000 yards rushing with not even playing the full season. So he had a great season. And what are the Texans wide receivers looking like now?
Will Fuller's the number 1.
And don't get me wrong, I like Will Fuller too. I like
but
Will Fuller a
he's
lot.
not a number 1.
I feel like he could be, but dude, he gets hurt all the time. It is ridiculous. I mean, this guy is injury prone, but I like him a lot. I don't know if he's gonna be like a Julio Jones or DeAndre Hopkins number 1, but I think he could be he's solid number 1.
So I don't know. I don't
he
see him
reminds
being a
me
good number
of
1.
like Calvin Ridley.
Yeah, last season, right? Last season, when I think it was last season, when he started, when he was playing, he had like 7 games in a row where he played before he got hurt. He had a touchdown in every single game.
But you also have to keep in mind.
game.
You also have to keep in mind things like, and this was kind of like with Juju when AB was there. If they're so like, oh my gosh, DeAndre Hopkins, he can slip right by the defense because you got a safety staring at DeAndre Hopkins, he just runs right behind him.
Yeah.
So like that makes a huge difference.
All right,
Yeah,
so
true.
we have one more question. We can answer this very quickly.
Yeah.
Fearstorm asks, will the Bucks be contenders with Brady?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also don't forget about the rumors that say that AB might, like, they're not thinking about getting AB still.
No, I think it's I don't think it's a bad chance that they get AB. Like, I think it's like I think there's actually a solid chance that they get AB.
And if AB mentally gets right,
which
the other thing
I think
too,
he's like calming down a little bit actually.
I mean, he was also forced to go into therapy.
The other thing too is if he gets signed, nothing guarantees he gets to play. Like the commissioner could be like, that's funny, dude. No, sit on the bench. You're not going out there. True.
But just people knowing that AB
could
come in.
But it's not like, I mean, I don't think they've proven nothing on him.
Yeah.
I don't think he has nothing proven. So I mean,
but I don't think the commissioner, like, he could literally just be from all the antics and everything. Like, you're not playing when you get back.
Yeah, but also when it comes to mental health and stuff, he's getting help. So
yeah, that is true.
So I don't think he'll get hurt for that.
But just imagine your top 3 wide receivers are Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and Antonio Brown.
And I mean, Antonio Brown probably only get signed to a 1 or 2 year deal.
Yeah.
You know what makes this possible? Chris Godwin, right? He's a Pro Bowler. He's still on his like rookie contract. He's getting paid like $2 million, or something like that. So that's why this is able to happen. And I think that all they need to do is shore up the passing defense a little bit, and then they got it. They already signed the offensive lineman today, and I was hoping they'd get Todd Gurley, but it is what it is. I like Ronald Jones. I think
they still get Melvin Gordon.
No, I think Melvin Gordon is going to Miami. Yeah. So, which I actually watch out for Miami. They might win that division.
Dude,
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. It's between the Bills and Miami.
I'd say because that division now that Brady's gone is completely different.
Yeah. Someone also commented, why did we not talk about the Stephon Diggs trade? We actually just kind of forgot about it because
there's so much.
When we recorded the video, that's when Tom Brady just signed or supposedly signed. I think it's official today, but yeah, so that's why we forgot about that. But
that was big.
You're a Bills fan. You're kind of a Bills fan.
I like Josh Allen.
I mean, he's a Giants fan, but there's teams you root for and like you're kind of fans of.
Kansas City.
Yeah. Well,
but
what do you think about that trade? We'll go to talk about it.
Even though that trade kind of looked uneven, I still think for the short term, it helps the Bills a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I like Stephon Diggs. I think he is a very good wide receiver, but I think the Bills kind of got fleeced a little bit.
In the long term, it's going to suck for them.
Yeah.
But for the short term,
and what's crazy?
knowing that Tom Brady is not in their division anymore and the only people they have to worry about are the Dolphins, I think that's why they made that trade. They're like, we're going to win this division in the first couple years.
I don't know, man. The Dolphins.
Did they not? I didn't really see the trade. Did they not get anything for him?
Well,
they
gave up a ton of picks.
They gave
like
up
a
way
ton
too
of
much.
good picks.
Which is crazy because with the if you're the Bills, you have to think the Vikings had to get rid of Stephon Diggs.
And here's the thing.
That dude was about to sit. He's that mad at the situation.
Do you get a wide receiver like that when when your organization has, first off, John Brown, which is a very, very underrated wide
Very
receiver.
underrated.
And as a second wide receiver, he might be well, other than like Chris Godwin or Mike Evans and stuff like that, the superstars obviously, but like John Brown is
good.
probably the best second wide receiver in the league, I gotta say.
Yeah.
And who knows, he might be the number one there, and Stephon Diggs might be the
Cole
second.
Beasley.
Huh?
Don't forget
And
about
Cole Beasley.
Cole
So,
Beasley is one of those
when
guys. When you need a first down, just throw it to him.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is when you have Cole Beasley and John Brown already, and your organization is extremely run heavy, which the Bills are, why do you trade for a superstar? Give up all those picks like that for Stephon Diggs. They've got to change their scheme, right?
Yes.
They've got to change their scheme.
What was the earliest pick they gave up?
First.
They gave up a first rounder.
I think and a second, right?
I think so.
I don't
A
know.
first and a second for Stephon
Do you want me to
Diggs?
look? Should I look
Yeah,
it up?
look it up.
Okay, we'll be right back. I'm going to get the details on it. Bills acquire Stephon Diggs from the Vikings in trade. The Buffalo Bills acquired the Vikings receiver in a 2020 7th-round pick in exchange. So the Bills also got a 7th-round pick.
Yeah.
In exchange for a 2020 first-round pick, the 22nd overall, still a first-round pick, a 2020 5th-round pick, a 2020 6th-round pick, and a 2021 4th-round pick. That's a lot of picks.
That is a lot of picks.
That is a lot.
A
of
first, what was
First, fifth, sixth, and then a fourth next year.
Yeah. That's a lot of picks for Stephon Diggs.
And
It's not.
ju-
I mean, it's
just
not.
He's
like-
had problems.
And
Yeah.
just to let you know, this draft is a very wide receiver heavy draft.
Right.
They could have just drafted someone.
Yeah, they could have. And like I said, you have Cole Beasley, and you have John Brown, which John Brown is, I think John Brown's very, very underrated. You know, you don't need a superstar wide receiver when you have like 3 really good wide receivers. Say you go draft somebody as a 3rd wide receiver, I think you're fine.
Yeah.
Especially when, like, what's the quarterback's name? Josh Allen only barely had over 3,000 passing yards. It's like 3,080 passing yards. When your organization is that run heavy or like doesn't have that good of a passing game, I try and shore up the offensive line instead of go getting a superstar wide receiver, especially when you got a young stud running back like Singletary.
Yeah.
Is it Singletary?
Devin Singletary.
Yeah. So that's what I think. But some crazy trades going on, to be honest with you.
Movers better come out.
Movers should come out.
Yeah.
This is the last series. Movers got to come out. But guys, that's gonna be the end of the video. If you guys enjoy it, leave a like and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.